Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. Our Matt Hummel is off. Happening now, a city of Jamestown man will spend 2 decades behind bars following a June 2018 murder conviction. Plus, what sheriff's deputies find inside of a jail cell. But first, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter with a first look at our weather. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Justin, and happy Monday, everybody. We had a fantastic weekend, and it's over now as we've got more rain coming. Here's a live look from the Mill Creek Mall in Erie. And again, this dew point number, this is going to continue to be a factor throughout the day today. Again, with dew point numbers in the 60s, you will start to feel the humidity that is in the air. Here's the rain that's been coming down this morning on radar. We do have a little bit of a break starting to come into the area now, but expect more rain and thunderstorms to return this afternoon and tonight, and some of them could be heavy. The pollens, the rain has helped knock the grass pollen down just a tiny bit, but it's mainly the tree and grass pollen that we're still dealing with at this time of the year. So the forecast for the afternoon, scattered showers, a thunderstorm is possible through the afternoon, otherwise overcast, and it will stay muggy as well. 69 on the hilltops to 76 while inland, with a south wind averaging 14 to 25, and some wind gusts, especially early this afternoon, could top 30 miles an hour. We'll time out the rain chances tonight, plus big cool down as we head into next weekend. We'll talk about it with the forecast later on in the show. Justin?
All right, Dakota, thank you. Our top story, a city of Jamestown man was sentenced to 20 years behind bars in Chautauqua County Court Monday after a jury found him guilty of a 2018 shooting death on Livingston Avenue in Jamestown. David Wagner was convicted by a Chautauqua County grand jury in March as second-degree murder for killing William Mishishima. Mishishima, who was shot in the head, later died at UPMC Hammett Hospital. Prosecutors argued that an argument between Wagner and Mishishima led to the shooting. District Attorney Patrick Swanson told WNY News Now this morning that he's pleased with the sentencing term.
In this case, this is what we alleged. This is what he was convicted of, and the judge sentenced him in accordance with the law. And really, at the end of the day, we can't ask for more than that. So we're happy. In speaking with the family of the victim, Billy Mishishima, in this case, they're also very happy. We were fortunate to have eyewitness testimony, body cam evidence, and really the forensics, just the basics of the autopsy that all supported our theory of prosecution.
Now, Wagner's attorney, Chautauqua County Public Defender Ned Barone, stressed that Mishishima was the aggressor in the case. The jury ultimately sided with District Attorney Patrick Swanson's office and found Wagner guilty. And 2 men are facing charges following a vehicle pursuit that started here in Jamestown and ended in the town of Poland on Sunday evening. Jamestown police have charged the alleged driver of the vehicle, 24-year-old Cody A. Dickerson, with 26 vehicle and traffic moving violations, leaving the scene of a motor vehicle accident, first-degree reckless endangerment, unlawful fleeing police in a motor vehicle, and fourth-degree criminal mischief. The vehicle's alleged passenger, 43-year-old Stephen Blankenship, is charged with 2 counts of criminal possession of a controlled substance. Now, police say the pursuit started after they responded to the area of Palmer and Highland Streets for a report of 2 suspicious males in a maroon pickup truck. After making contact with the vehicle, police said the truck took off at a high rate of speed. They then said the truck traveled several blocks through Jamestown and was involved in 2 motor vehicle crashes. The pursuit went to the town of Poland, where it eventually ended on Falconer-Frewsburg Road after the truck malfunctioned due to heavy damage sustained in the chase. Police said both Dickerson and Blankenship fled into the nearby woods. Officer tased Blankenship twice as he reportedly was resisting arrest. Eventually, both men were taken into custody. Police said they were held in Chautauqua County Jail without bail. And a Village of Fredonia man was arrested following a standoff with sheriff's deputies on Stone Road on Sunday. 57-year-old Gary Ortolano is charged with fourth-degree possession of a weapon. Chautauqua County Sheriff's deputies said that they originally responded to reports of a male subject threatening to use a shotgun. Sheriff's SWAT team, Office Crisis Negotiation Team, and the Chautauqua County Emergency Services Department worked to de-escalate that situation for a number of hours. Deputies said through negotiation, Ortolano was eventually taken into custody without incident. Additionally, they said a shotgun was recovered inside the residence. Orlano, a convicted felon, is legally prohibited from possessing any firearm. The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office was assisted by personnel of the New York State Police and help from their surveillance drone. And corrections officers in the Chautauqua County Jail say they found methamphetamine inside of a cell during a search earlier this month. The cell's occupant, 20-year-old Jacob Barkin Warren, was charged with second-degree promoting prison contraband and seventh-degree prison possession of a controlled substance. Correction officers allege that Warren had a quantity of methamphetamine in both his cell and on his person at the time of the search. Warren was arraigned on charges in the centralized arraignment program and committed back into the custody of jail officials. Well, happy Monday to all of you. Hopefully you're having a good day and enjoyed the beautiful weekend that we just had. Let's check in with the comments and say hello to David. Hopefully you are doing well, sir. Great to see you. Hello to Joanna as well, to Butch. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to Corey. Good afternoon to Mark. And the Jester Promoting Company, Pam, Mackenzie, Lauren, Beth, Patricia. Thank you all so much for joining us here on WNY News Now. Quite the busy news morning, and we have a lot more headlines to tell you about. Coming up, details of an exceptional baseball game for exceptional players in the village of Falconer. First, good news for sports betting as the state prepares to legalize sports gambling at some of its casinos. Dakota.
Baseball, you can play ball. The high yesterday was 77. The low this morning was 57. And look at those records, 86 and 33. Those are safe for another year. But yeah, more rain is on the way. We'll talk about it next as WNY News Now continues, so don't go away.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
Well, hey, my name's Dave Wilfong, and I want to be the mayor of the city of Jamestown. I grew up in the city of Jamestown, graduated from Jamestown High School, and after graduation, I went into the U.S. Army for 4 years. When I came back to Jamestown, I noticed that Jamestown had taken a different road, a road that I wasn't happy with. In 2014, I was elected as Chautauqua County representative from District 11 in the city of Jamestown. I promised my constituents three things: that I would lower taxes, I would cut wasteful spending in government, and I would decrease the size of government. And I'm proud to say that I've done all three things. I think we need to move Jamestown to the manufacturing base that it once knew and was actually king of at one time. We need to provide shovel-ready sites. We need to provide a workforce that's ready to take on those jobs and bring the tax base back to Jamestown and make Jamestown the American city that it used to be and still can be. My name's Dave Wilfong. I'm running for mayor of the city of Jamestown. Please vote for me on primary day, June 25th. The polls are open from 12 to 9. Thank you so much.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Now open in downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops, restaurant and tavern.
I have some real old-timey dishes on there that I'm just giving new life to. Like there's a shepherd's pie on there that's going to have some bison in it, you know, real thick hearty gravy. Then I'm also doing beer flights. We're pairing it with a set of sliders, a set of tacos, and a set of mini rolls. So everything's going to have its own pair, so you can get a taste of a little bit of everything and all the beers. We don't want to be known as the restaurant in the hotel. We want to be known as Pearl City Hops.
This year's Frewsburg Gala Days is bigger than ever. It's Old Home Week, June 12th through the 15th. Catch musical performances by Hot Mess Friday at 8, Smokin' 45 Saturday at 8. All the food, fun, and friends will be at Frewsburg Fire Company's annual Gala Days.
Well, happening now, gambling regulators in New York State are close to giving their final okay to sports betting at 4 upstate casinos. The state's Gambling Commission is scheduled to vote today on regulations permitting wagers at Resorts World Catskills in Monticello, Rivers Casino and Resort in Connecticut, and Tioga Downs at the Southern Tier and D Largo Resort Casino in the Finger Lakes. Bets won't start, though, until the facilities receive their wagering licensing. However, that's likely to be later this summer. The commission initially endorsed the idea of allowing sports wagering at those 4 facilities earlier this year, legislation that would authorize wagers at sports venues or on mobile devices have been introduced, but so far have not received a vote in the state legislature. Well, in D.C., the U.S. Supreme Court today denied a request to take up a challenge to federal law requiring registration of some firearms, including silencers. Challengers in the case believe the Second Amendment protects such firearm accessories. An appeals court, however, held that a silencer is not a bearable arm protected by the Constitution. The case comes as a silencer was used during the recent Virginia Beach massacre, and President Donald Trump said he'd look into restrictions on the accessory. The Trump administration also urged that the court not take up the issue. The order was issued without comment or recorded dissent from the court. 8 states and Washington, D.C. go further and ban silencers altogether. Others ban them unless registered with the Bureau of Alcohol and Tobacco Firearms. Court experts did not expect the court to take up this issue, but believe that justices are more likely to look at other issues concerning public carry and assault weapons. Well, cancer, the word you never want to hear. And if you or your loved one win the battle, it feels like a brand new start for many, but part of the burden tends to continue, as well as those medical bills that keep on coming. Melissa Rainey explains in today's Health Minute.
Just about everyone who has experienced an illness of some sort knows that doctors and medications can cost a lot. You can blow through a couple $100s just trying to treat an infection. But what about prolonged and invasive treatments for cancer? What are the costs then? Well, according to a report published by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, approximately 1/4 of cancer survivors say they have trouble paying their medical bills and had to borrow money, accrue debt, or file for bankruptcy. And 1/3 said just worrying about their medical costs caused psychological distress. The average out-of-pocket spending each year for patients post-cancer was about $1,000, compared to $622 for those without a cancer history. One theory as to why these bills keep piling up is that cancer survivors are more likely to utilize the healthcare system. Experts say it's important that cancer patients talk to their healthcare and insurance providers before starting treatment to understand what they will be facing financially. This can help the patient create a plan going forward. For today's Health Minute, I'm Melissa Rainey.
All right, Melissa, great advice there. Thank you. Well, this is an interesting one. A company wants to pay you $1,000 if you can leave your smartphone behind for a week. Internet service provider Frontier Communications just launched this. It's Flip Phone Challenge. They say it's right in time for the 30th anniversary of the first folding phone. To make up for all the high tech you'll be losing, Frontier is sweetening the deal with a survival kit. You'll get a printed map, pocket phone book, and some 90s era CDs. They're also looking for tech geeks and smartphone addicts, so that's probably pretty much all of us. Bonus points if you have active social media presence and wouldn't mind vlogging about your experience. All you have to do is send a 100 to 200 word message to why you're the perfect person for this social experiment. Now, they're only going to choose one person across the whole country. The form is up on frontierbundles.com/blog. Very interesting. I don't know if I could do it, because I am, like, this phone never really leaves my side, and I think that's probably the case for a lot of people. Let me know what you think, if maybe you could survive. And you think about it, a lot of the older population, right, like my parents, like, flip phones were the norm for them. So, or I suppose they probably could make it, but it'd be interesting to see nevertheless. So thank you all for joining us. Joe, he says he's a survivor. God bless Joe. I know that the cost of fighting cancer just physically is one thing, and that the monetary cost is a crazy another amount. And Corey says he could leave his phone for a week. Yeah, why not? I don't know. I think it'd be too hard, honestly. Coming up next, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He has a look at this week's forecast, and some heavy rain is expected tonight. The details coming up. And later, an exceptional, if I can say that, baseball game for a number of exceptional players in Falconer. The deets on all of this coming up as WNY News Now rolls on.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
What we did is we threw the kids away, and that is an issue for me.
It's this illusion of a design for the future while still living in a society that suppresses the past.
It's a lot of small businesses out here. We're not corporate made, so we don't get the attention that we deserve also.
You put money in your residence and the value of your property does not increase.
You know, we've taken God out of the equation. Because of that, I believe that we have gone on this downhill spiral.
Raven's been at my home. I think this is the 4th meeting to discuss issues. How's things going? What would you like to see change?
And she's pushing for small businesses.
I just think it's time to try something new and see if someone else can make a positive difference.
That's the type of genuine person that should be in public service.
So if we want to make a difference, we have to vote differently. I'm Raven Mason Thompson, running for Ward 2 City Council, and look forward to your vote on the June 25th primary.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
And welcome back. And give me a Motorola Razr, and this thing will go away. Saturday, or should I say Sunday, was a great day to get out on the course. Our old producer Storm and I went out on the golf course and shanked a few golf clubs or shanked a few golf balls out on the course. It was a great day, and it was a great weekend to get out and do whatever you wanted to do. There was a lot of sunshine, but the humidity did tick up just a tad yesterday, and we're still dealing with it today. This is the comfort index. We're going to run this through today. And again, today this is going to continue to be a factor. When you see dew point number into the 60s, that's when we start to feel the mugginess in the air. So again, we're still going to be into the 60s through the day for dew point temperature, so a little bit muggy. But as we go throughout the night, look at this. The dew point temperatures drop back into the 50s as the cold front moves on through. That ultimately drops our temperatures and also drops the humidity as well. Here's the news now, Cam. Again, cloudy intervals will be the story throughout the day in between the rain. Currently, it is 65 with a south wind of 12. And look at that dew point number of 59. We're not in the 60s yet, but again, when you're but again, you know, we're creeping up there, so it still feels like 65 degrees when you walk outside. So let's take a look at radar, and we'll show you what's going on the wide view here. There's the cold front that's going to plow on through this afternoon. Once that moves on through, we will see the cooler air and also the lower humidity as well. Let's show you one on the live scan on First Defense Doppler. Again, this is the break we showed you earlier on. We're in a break in the rain coverage now, but there will be the chance for a few more showers and storms as that front plows on through, and especially as we go into tonight. So we'll time it out here on Future Scan so you can see here as we go through the afternoon and especially into tonight, chance for a few scattered showers and storms. Now, this is going to be some heavy rain that's going to ultimately push in pretty much tonight, lasting throughout the night. You can see it moves out to the east, and then we're going to be left with a few more scattered showers and storms through the overnight, and then early tomorrow morning, a little bit wet, early tomorrow, and then it clears out and we're going to be left with a dry afternoon. Now, how much rain are we picking up? Now, earlier computer model runs had suggested probably upwards of 2 inches, but the models have kind of came down on it just a little bit, but we're still expecting anywhere from about 3/4 of an inch to a little over 1 inch across the area. Again, this is all going to come down tonight, so we have to keep our eyes on this. This is going to come this afternoon into tonight through early tomorrow morning. So again, probably about 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch on average will be our rainfall totals. So again, we're going to have to keep our eyes on that for possibly some local flooding problems. So showers and storms tonight, heavy rain early, less humid, fog sets back up by tomorrow morning, 47 to 53, west-northwest wind 10 to 15. Here comes your future, and 69 tomorrow. That's after the cold front passage. We warm up to 73 on Wednesday, but look at that. That is a chilly pattern for June. Thursday, all the way through the weekend, temperatures into the 60s and a chance for scattered showers almost each and every day. Sports is next. Do not go away.
Invest in your business or cause by letting the marketing gurus at WNY News Now and WNY Media Company grow your business.
Purchase an ad much like the one you are watching now on WNY News Now's daily show, News Now at Noon, WNYNewsNow.com, or our brand new mobile app.
And then get feedback from our marketing experts and fans alike.
And finally, watch your business grow.
As an added bonus, Community Partners messages will run not only on our scheduled programming, but on weather alerts and breaking news as well.
Plus, messages are shared on WNY Sports Now programming. Anything from a live local basketball game to the Phone Zone Sports Desk.
Become part of our family today.
And contact us right now.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Manic Monday, sports fans, and welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. With their 6-4 win over Honoy in the Section 6 Class D baseball regionals last Saturday, the Brockton Bulldogs advanced to the state semifinals, in which they will play against the Lisbon Central Golden Knights this coming Saturday. Lisbon Central made it to the state semifinals by defeating Bolton Central 5-4 in another Section 6 Class D regional game, which was also played last Saturday. With first pitch of this upcoming game being at 2 o'clock, the game will be played at MacArthur Park Conlin Field in Binghamton, New York. The winner of this game will take on the winner of the other semifinal game between Whitehall and South Courtright Central in the Section 6 Class D championship game. Tonight, with a 7:05 first pitch, the New York Mets will begin a 2-game road stand against the New York Yankees. Losing 4 of their last 6 games, the Yankees have slipped to a first-place tie with the Tampa Bay Rays in the AL East, both with identical records of 40-24. Meanwhile, the Mets are 1 game below 500 with a 32-33 record, good for third place in the NL East. Jason Vargas will be on the starting mound for the Mets, while Masahiro Tanaka will be the Yankees' starting pitcher. The game will be televised on the Yes Network and can be viewed on the MLB At Bat app. Tonight, with a 9 o'clock tip-off, the Toronto Raptors have an opportunity to win their first ever NBA Finals championship as they will host Game 5 of the NBA Finals against the Golden State Warriors. Up 3-1 in the series, Toronto beat Golden State in Game 4, 105-92 on Friday. On the opposite end, should Golden State win tonight, the finals will return to Golden State for Game 6. Game 5 of the NBA Finals will be televised on ABC and can be viewed on the MLB At Bat, the NBA app, not the MLB. That's it for sports today. Back to you, Justin.
All right, Norm, thank you very much. Well, special education students at Falconer Central School were honored on Sunday during a special baseball game at the Falconer Little League field. Over 12 special needs students partook in the game that paired them with a buddy from the Falconer Little League and the Babe Ruth programs. The crowd cheered as the two teams who played 2 innings of America's pastime And that was organized by Rich Bianco, a Falconer Central School kindergarten teacher who started the Exceptional Stars baseball game to recognize students who may not get a chance to partake in athletic events.
I was just always raised to treat everybody the way you want to be treated. The golden rule. And I've always had a special place in my heart for kids with special needs. And I'm not really sure where it came from, but it's just one of those things that as a young kid, my parents impressed upon me to be kind, to be giving. I had a Little League coach, Jim Tracy, when I played, and he was a huge influence on my life. And he preached teamwork and he preached community.
Now, Bianco said with the help of the community, he hopes that the Exceptional Stars baseball game could become an annual event. Now, Dakota, the kindergartner teacher, credits JRSC Digital, Crown Snack Foods, Coca-Cola, CNNE, DJ Payne, and the Southern Tier Taylor for making this game a reality.
I don't remember doing that in school, but I do remember when I was in Southwestern, which was long ago when the dinosaurs roamed the face of the earth. We did the pen pal program. Yeah. And we wrote letters to a pen pal, and we did that from Southwestern to, I think it was Frewsburg. And, ever since I wrote the letters to my pen pal, I haven't, heard from him back. And I forgot who he was for years until another wonderful thing of social media. There was a picture that was taken the day when we actually met our pen pals, and I threw it out on social media, be like,
looking for this person.
Please help me.
I do remember that.
And I find out, and I actually found out who he was and his story and everything. So I mean, I like those things. Those are awesome.
And I think for the special needs students, this is such a great event because they get to feel what it's like to be a basketball or a baseball player.
Right.
They get to feel what it's like to be on a team and to be supported by the community. But on the flip side of the coin, for their buddies, the Babe Ruth players, the Little League players, they get to understand what community is all about and what's paying it forward and helping those in the community. So really, it's amazing. Kudos to Rich and the entire support from everyone in the community that's come together. And they, for these kinds of events, they really put money aside and they say, let's make this happen.
You see, that's the thing, because, when you're in the public eye, a lot of people think, especially us who work in broadcasting, or if you're a big sport, athlete or whatever, it's not about you. It's about the people you serve, and especially your community, and that's what it's all about.
I absolutely agree. And your job is to serve our weather forecast.
Exactly. Whether you like it or not, that's what we've got.
It's going to be a little rainy today, right?
Yeah,
but on the menu?
Yes, it's on the menu. But at least we have Tuesday and Wednesday, 2 days to dry out. And then as we head into the later part of the week, going into the weekend, we get into a chilly pattern. We may not make it out of the mid-60s on Friday, and we should be in the upper 70s by that point.
Wow. So going to be cooler weekend. So.
And not as good as this weekend, I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right. Well, enjoy it while it's here. That's
when you have dry days, take advantage of it.
Right, exactly. So, right, thank you,
You're
Dakota.
welcome.
Hey, that's going to do it for us today. Of course, news continues 24/7 on WNYNewsNow.com. We leave you with a live look of the HD News Now camp perched in downtown Jamestown. If you missed anything we talked about in this broadcast, don't worry about it. The show loops here on Facebook and on the WNY News Now 24/7 streaming network. Have a great day.